Hey, what's up, my YouTube viewers? Ravenous Rafael here, back for another Easy Meal reaction. And tonight, I already reacted to Panalo. I felt like it was a pretty good reaction. I'm pleased with it. Um, and I enjoyed the song. That was a good song. It really was. Um, But right now, I just kind of like, I got it on my heart right now to like just react to an Easy Mill interview. So I looked up on YouTube. I was just like, Easy Mill interview. That's what I looked up. And I picked one of the ones that has like freaking. I picked this one interview with like USA Music podcast or whatever, exclusive, and it's got like 21,000 views. So I'm excited to hear this interview and just to hear Easy Mill talk as a regular person, to see his personality outside of a song. I'm excited. So let's get into it. Y'all gonna watch this with me? Y'all gonna watch it with me? Let's get it. Come on.
Buzz Metro, your number one total buzz ringer in the latest happenings in the Metro.
Now, as a rapper, your songs, are they typically full rap, or do you have like a chorus where it's melodic, or how is your creative process in terms of your song writing?
Sometimes it goes very standard.
Okay.
Sometimes, but usually there's always a a sung chorus
Okay.
in it. But then sometimes I just go haywire and not being something that is super controlled or like super standard, where like my song my song IDK, that song is like nothing is standard. It's just like rapping, and then suddenly you're like, oh, he's singing.
Oh, where did
Yeah, man. Definitely, bro. I don't know was like the first song I ever heard by Easy Mill. And after all of the Easy Mill that I've been reacting to, I don't know is still like, I have to say, like within my top 3 favorites. One of my followers commented on one of my Easy Mill reactions asking for my top 10 favorite songs. And just right off of the top of my head, I put down my top 10 favorite songs. But the order that I put them in, 1 through 10, I didn't do a specific order. So I just put the top 10 favorite. So in my comment, the one that I had listed as number 1, that's not my most favorite song by Easy Mill. I didn't do any specific order. I just picked my 10 favorite songs. I haven't really figured out the exact order yet. But just this song, I Don't Know, IDK, that song is definitely has to be within one of my top 3. Has to be. I'll figure out my freaking exact order some other time when I get the time. But yeah, that is a very fucking good song. I love it. And when it comes to writing my own music, I mean, I am slightly versatile, I got a guitar hanging on my wall. I could play a little bit of guitar. I'm not great. Very mediocre. Very mediocre. I just know how to play the chords, that's it. Not capable of doing a solo or anything. Well, I am capable. I would just have to teach myself. I just never got that good. And I don't have a passion for guitar like that. I know how to play the drums too. Drumming and rapping, like my 2 favorite things in music. So I'm just a rapping drummer boy. I'm terrible at singing. So when it just comes to rap, yes, I'm kind of stuck in one genre. You know? But I do listen to rock and some metal too.
To go. Hang
Yeah.
on. And I guess because I'm not very familiar with how rapping albums go as far as like the structure of it, but is
Yeah.
there a specific structure that goes into a mixtape, for example?
No. There
No?
will never be a specific structure. It will always just be like, how how do I go into creating this? When do I feel like a song is finished? And then that's just, the beauty of it. You never know like if it's like how it's going to go. That's just like
And when you do create your songs, do you write it as a whole, being a story from one song that goes to the next song until it reaches the end of the album, or do you create a story that ends when the song ends?
that's something that I've done like, for now, because I haven't thought about it super like, officially in terms of like making it all mend together.
Okay.
But then in Act 1, my latest
Mm.
album, the 15th and the 16th songs, they kind of connect,
Okay.
where the
Mm.
the 15th song, I was just
Yeah, man, I got something to say to that. You know, I do. Fucking. I never actually, like, don't get me wrong. I have had dreams of becoming, like, a professional rapper and making a living out of just doing my music. I have had those thoughts. I have dreamed about that. But it's not that those dreams, those thoughts are not at the top of my wish list, basically. But just like I call myself the Semper Fi rapper, I'm always going to be faithful to hip hop. I'm never going to stop doing it, you know? But it's just the reason why I'm saying this is because, like, yeah, I dreamed about being, like, a great rapper and stuff and making it, you know, and doing that for a living, just my music and stuff. But I never thought that deeply into it. Like, what they're talking about right here, like, how do you go about writing your albums? Or how do you go about writing? Do you kind of just, like, go with the flow? Like, do you just wing it? Or do you actually take the time to go from start to finish with a storyline, connecting each song together like a puzzle? You know? And I can actually relate to that a little bit because out of all the writing that I've done the past year, I look back at it and it's like I literally got an album in the works. You know? I haven't uploaded all of my stuff to YouTube. I got more stuff. But Losing It, that track Losing It, I feel like is my best song so far. And then the current song that I'm working on, Turning Point, is taking place right after Losing It. In the song Losing It, I mentioned where I lost my career in the Marines. And then I got that crash verse that I wrote for my friend Hunter in his song. And that also mentions what happened to me in the Marines. You know? And then freaking I got this other song that's called Numb. It's called Numb. I do not have it uploaded to my channel, but it's about an ex-girlfriend that actually ended on good terms. She moved to Ohio. I had shipped off to the Marines. And I wrote a song about her. So you see the story? Like first you got that song Numb. And then you got the crash verse. This is in chronological order. You got Numb. And then the crash verse for my friend Hunter's song. And then you got Losing It. And then you got Turning Point. And I still got more stuff. But it's just like, I would have to say that when it comes to the way I write, I'm leaning more towards like writing from one starting point to a finishing point, straight line, making a story. I'm a mixture of both. I do kind of just like, because the way I've been writing, I have been going just right off the bat with shit. And I have kind of just been winging it. But at the same time, I am making a story that goes in a straight line and all the songs are connecting together. It's fucking awesome. And I have noticed that. And just hearing them talk about it here just made me think of that and reminded me of how I noticed that. So, let's get back into this interview. I know I just did a lot of talking there and a lot of sharing about my own shit. But dude, that's, it's really great to hear this about Easy Mill. Hell yeah. So good, man. That's awesome. I can relate to him right now. And it's really nice to be able to relate to him on a personal note. On a personal note, it's nice to relate to him. Hearing how he sounds, how he is outside of a song.
Talking about stuff that was where the 50s song, I was just talking about stuff that was very personal to me, and then it's very dark, and then the last song on the album, it's like kind of like depicts that I'm suddenly in hell now. So that's like the close.
Let me look up Act 1 really quick on iTunes. He's talking about the 15th song, the 16th song, and then the last song. Easy Mill, Act 1. Okay, okay. The 15th song is Avriel Womack O'Neal. I know that song, yeah. And then All Hallows Eve is the last one. That's actually one of my favorite songs too, by Easy Mill. That's probably gonna be like close to the top of the list. It's definitely up there. I really love All Hallows Eve. I really love IDK. I really love Lackland and Fraud and Freeze and F Your Encouragement. How many was that? F Your Encouragement, Lackland, Freeze, IDK, and Fraud. That's my top 5.
Closest thing that I would say of like an actual transition in terms of storyline, but within so far I have not made a concept album yet.
Oh, okay. That's the word for it. A concept album. Thank you.
Let me hear that again.
It's like kind of like depicts that I'm suddenly in hell now. So that's like the closest thing that I would say of like an actual transition in terms of storyline, but within so far I have not made a concept album yet.
Oh, okay. That's the word for it. A concept album. Thank you. I've been thinking about it since earlier when I was also interviewing the other guests, and we just kept calling it a continuity or a continuity. And I was going to ask, do you...
So a concept album, huh? So yeah, I feel like when it comes to me writing my music, I'm leaning a little bit more towards a conceptive style of writing. But I'm really a mixture of both. I go on the fly, but I'm also like a concept writer too. Because my stuff does connect. It does connect all together.
Plan, is that one of the plans that you have for the future, producing a concept album, or would you like...
Of course.
Okay.
Because it'll be just a dope thing to do, be able to have a concept album, because one of the biggest influence I have towards that is Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. Yeah. That album, like...
Wishclusive on Wish.
Para sa mga latest chika, follow...
So that's it, huh? It doesn't show the whole thing. the whole interview. All right, man. So Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly." That album is a concept album, huh? Okay. I mean, I remember skimming through the album on iTunes, but I didn't really like find anything that I super liked that like really grabbed my attention. So, but yeah, I'm sure that if I go through that album, Pimp a Butterfly, and really, really dissect the bars and pay attention to everything that he's saying in all of his songs, I'll be able to clearly see that it's a concept album. And I have no shadow of a doubt that it's a concept album. Because I know that Kendrick Lamar is a great lyricist and is a master at just writing songs. Like Eminem and Joyner Lucas. You know? And J. Cole. Alright, man. Hey, thanks for watching with me. Thanks for all the love and support. You know. And have a good night, my Ravenous Rafael fam. God bless y'all. Peace.